Welcome, listeners, to the Tuesday edition of Tech Stocks Daily. Today, we're diving into the sizzling world of tech investments, starting with Apple's bold move, revealing the eco-friendly chip-stacked Mac Mini that's stirring market buzz. Then, we're moving on to defense dynamo Leidos, skyrocketing on stellar earnings and massive contracts. They're taking market expectations and turning them into confetti. Lastly, buckle up as we analyze the excitement brewing around Microsoft. With their earnings announcement on the horizon and ambitious AI and cloud expansions, they've got investors on edge. Each of these headlines has the power to shake up your portfolio, so stay tuned and don't miss this thrilling tech stock journey. Hey tech enthusiasts, let's jump into what's causing waves over at Apple HQ today. From exciting product launches to tantalizing stock speculation, there's plenty to digest. Let's break it down. Firstly, big news for Mac lovers. Apple's shaken things up by introducing a new version of the Mac Mini, fitted with the shiny new M4 and M4 Pro chips. This little powerhouse packs a lot into a compact 5.5-inch design, boasting up to 1.8 times faster CPU and 2.2 times faster GPU speeds compared to the M1 model. Apple even claims that against comparable PC desktops, their Mac Mini outruns them by a factor of 6. Seems like an Apple bake-off with Windows wasn't enough. The newbie isn't just quicker. Apple's making a savvy green play here, labeling it as their first carbon-neutral Mac. While they whisk technology and ecology into the same mixing bowl, they're achieving an impressive 80% reduction in greenhouse gases during production and usage. Miss Mother Earth nods approvingly. It's not all eco-warrior goodness. The tech side is alluring as well. The M4 Pro chip's additional firepower includes 14 CPU cores and 20 GPU cores with nifty capabilities like ray tracing. Plus, you can tap into lightning-fast data transfers at 120 GB per second with Thunderbolt 5 ports. It'll deliver power to more high-definition screens than your living room can fit. Now, beyond hardware, the software story's abuzz with the latest AI developments. Apple's continuing its march into the AI realm with Apple Intelligence integrated into iOS 18.1. This update, just rolled out, brings a range of intriguing AI-powered capabilities to iPhones via a queue system to prevent server overload. Looks like demand is high. Imagine a conga line of iPhone users eager for these smart upgrades. These AI features include nifty photo cleaning tools, natural language searches, and even enhancements for the beloved Siri. With smarter interrupts and focus settings, productivity meets Zen-like serenity. Looking ahead in Apple's crystal ball, there's chatter about another massive milestone on the horizon. Wedbush Securities analyst Dan Ives made a splash by projecting Apple as the frontrunner to hit the $4 trillion market cap milestone. That iPhone supercycle and AI integration might just be the rocket fuel they need. Earnings reports are coming up, and Apple's Q4 revenues forecast at $94.43 billion are none too shabby, despite some foreign exchange headwinds. Services like Apple Music and News Plus are showing double-digit growth, sweetening the revenue pie, even as Mac shipments see a dip. Analysts like Ives pinpoint Apple Intelligence and the hefty iPhone base as pivotal growth spurs. With potential in services flying high and AI innovations revving up, Cupertino's scrappy underdog days are far behind. But watch out, they've got big ambitions that just keep climbing. Until next time, keep your silicon sharp and your stock tips sharper. All right, tech enthusiasts, buckle up, because today we're diving into why Leidos Holdings, that defense and health service powerhouse, is absolutely crushing it on the stock market runway. Leidos' share price leaped an impressive 9.6% today after the company strutted down the financial catwalk with its third quarter results, and boy did they shine. The company demolished analyst expectations, posting revenue growth that had analysts scrambling to adjust their glasses. Yes, their revenue ticked up a solid 7% year over year to hit a cool $4.2 billion. Analysts had predicted a figure in the ballpark of $4.7 billion, so it's safe to say Leidos left those predictions in the dust. But it wasn't just about beating revenue estimates. Leidos showed off some serious earnings bling. Their non-GAAP earnings per share skyrocketed by 44% year over year to hit $2.93. Just so you get how impressive that is, the analyst consensus was sitting at a modest 2 cents per share. Talk about overshooting expectations. Yet the best part? Leidos wasn't just flexing about what they've done. They're excited for what's coming next. The company's backlog is at a colossal $40.6 billion, with a jaw-dropping $9.1 billion already funded. We're talking serious contracts, folks. In fact, Leidos secured contracts valued around $8.1 billion just this quarter, boasting a book-to-bill ratio of 1.9. If book-to-bill sounds like a mystery, it's just fancy finance folks' way of saying Leidos brought in nearly twice the business they recognized in revenue. Essentially, their order queue is looking like the holiday shopping line at a tech store, and there's lots more where that came from. Unsurprisingly, given the strength of the third quarter showing, Leidos decided to up the ante for its full-year financial targets. New projections have their full-year revenue pegged between $16.35 billion and $16.45 billion, slightly nudging up earlier estimates, which maxed out at $16.4 billion. But here's where it really gets juicy. Leidos amped up their adjusted earnings per share forecast to a range between $9.80 and $10. None of this conservative guidance stuff. Leidos is clearly feeling confident. Strategically speaking, a significant factor driving Leidos' upbeat quarter was its diversified portfolio. particularly strong demand across defense and health services. Winning some major U.S. defense contracts, along with stepping up in sectors like managed health services, means they've got their fingers in all the right operational pies. In a nutshell, Leidos isn't just basking in today's accolades. They're gearing up, lining up contracts, executing killer strategy, and pointing straight towards a lucrative future. It's a prime example of what happens when a company aligns strategy with lucrative market opportunities. Keep your eyes peeled because this defense giant isn't ready to retreat anytime soon. Hey tech enthusiasts, let's dive into why Microsoft has been making waves in the news today. As anticipation builds up for their first quarter fiscal 2025 earnings announcement on October 30th, everyone's talking about what Microsoft has up its sleeves and what it means for the market. So what's causing the buzz around Microsoft right now? First off, keep an eye on those ETFs that are heavily exposed to Microsoft shares, especially if you've put some of your investments there. The excitement stems from how Microsoft stock has been holding up. Despite seeing some turbulence earlier with sell-offs in July and August, the company has managed to bounce back to even Stevens over the last 3 months, while the tech sector in general enjoyed a 4.4% uptick. Now, for those of you who love the numbers, Microsoft is expected to beat estimates with their earnings ESP sitting positively at plus 0.35%. No pressure, but with a rank indicating a hold, expectations are high that the tech giant might pull off their usual earnings surprise. They've done it before with an average surprise of 6.34% over the last 4 quarters, and they aim to keep the trajectory pointing upwards with a projected revenue growth of 14%. What's also exciting is the analytics. With a stellar average analyst recommendation of 1.23, Microsoft proudly holds 33 strong buy endorsements. Meanwhile, price targets from 37 analysts hover mostly in a promising range, from $448 on the lower end to a high of $600, showing off investor confidence in Microsoft's ambitious march toward growth. What's driving this optimism is Microsoft's bold move to invest buckets of cash into building new data centers. This boosts their cloud computing capabilities to meet surging demand and fulfill those sky-high AI service ambitions. Though Azure's growth might be slowing down this quarter, Microsoft CFO Amy Hood is optimistic that new infrastructure developments will recharge Azure's expansion in the latter half of fiscal 2025. Talk about planning ahead. Let's not forget those juicy ETFs that have intertwined their fates with Microsoft, like T-Rex 2X Long Microsoft Daily Target ETF and iShares Global Tech ETF, both potentially on the rise as Microsoft's updates hit the streets. With all this thriller content around Microsoft right now, I'm buzzing to hear your thoughts. Do you think Microsoft will beat the estimates again? Are you eyeing any of those ETFs with a side of Microsoft sauce on the plate? Let me know what vibes you catch by dropping a comment below. Let's keep this conversation dynamic. Your thoughts fuel the show's energy and might lead us to new insights about Microsoft's world. Can't wait to read what you all think. All right, tech enthusiasts, let's peel back the layers on today's Apple news and determine whether it's ripe for a buy, hold, or sell decision. Given the excitement swirling around Apple's latest announcements, this might be a sweet spot for A. Here's why. Apple's unveiling of the new Mac Mini with the M4 and M4 Pro chips is a major game changer. These chips boost both the processing power and eco-friendliness, crafting a narrative that's appealing to tech lovers and environmental champions alike. The company's strong push into carbon neutrality paints them as forward-thinking, proving they can crunch numbers and carbon footprints simultaneously, something investors and consumers increasingly value. Furthermore, the integration of Apple Intelligence into iOS 18.1 highlights Apple's continual commitment to AI and innovation, ensuring its ecosystem remains robust and sticky for users. With AI upgrades drawing in high user demand, Apple's positioning itself to harness the growing reliance on AI, which could accelerate revenue momentum in services and device upgrades. Then there's that enticing whisper of a $4 trillion market cap milestone, a clear sign of analyst confidence that Apple remains a titan with momentum behind it. With Wedbush's speculation and positive earnings forecast waiting in the wings, the recipe looks beneficial for those considering getting in on the Apple action. However, it's important to sprinkle this analysis with caution flakes and do your own seasoning. Research. Stocks rise and fall for reasons beyond the trends we can see, and while Apple's fundamentals are strong, your individual financial situation and risk appetite should steer your investment choice. So, the takeaway. I'd lean towards buying if it aligns with your portfolio strategy, but of course, remember to do your own homework and align your decisions with your financial goals. Let's keep exploring these tech trajectories together and keep crunching that data. Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to know where you stand on Apple right now. Is it a buy, hold, or avoid for you? Let's get the conversation going. Wow, what a day on the tech market treadmill. Apple's stirring the pot with their new M4 chip-loaded, carbon-neutral Mac Mini, making eco-friendly tech chic. Over at Leidos, they're smashing market expectations with stellar earnings and a hefty contract backlog, showing us what it means to be a defense and health superstar. Meanwhile, Microsoft's keeping everyone on their toes ahead of their earnings report, bolstered by excitement around AI and cloud expansions. Apple's potential race to a $4 trillion market cap is the talk of the town, while Leidos rides high on their growth wave, and Microsoft's infrastructure bets have got investors watching, maybe with a side of extra popcorn. Each of these stories offers a rich tapestry of possibilities for the NASDAQ that makes us tech fans squirm with excitement. If you enjoyed today's whirlwind tour through the tech sphere, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with fellow tech aficionados. Pop back in tomorrow, same time, same place, for another action-packed tech news update. Can't wait to see you there.